Awesome. So next one. What is a question based on your experience you wish people would ask you more often so that they would get the best of you?
Hmm. Mm.
I love asking these questions because people don't know what I'm asking and you catch them off guard.
Ask that
And I
one more
actually have to
time.
think.
Ask it one more time so I can hear it again.
Yeah. What is the question based on your experience you wish people would ask you more often so that they would get the best of you?
What do I need to work on? I think, yeah, I never get the question, what do I need to work on? Um,
I like
and I
that.
say that because I've learned through the process of, building myself up with all these businesses rolling. Um, we all have a special power. Like every one of us are special. We have a inner hidden power um,
Mhm.
that will get you to where you want to go. We just lose it when after we turn 7, and especially when we start becoming adults. And when I said, what do I need to work on, is because I have so many people when I tell them stuff, they're like, I don't know YouTube, I can't do that. I don't know marketing, I can't do that. And it's not that you can't do it. It goes back to me saying everybody wants everything right now.
Mhm.
And if I tell you you need to do a YouTube video, you want to put the YouTube video up and you want 1 million views today, and this is your first YouTube video. And it's like, come on, you guys aren't being reasonable. You're not thinking about what you did before 7. And I say that because it's like walking, you walk, you fail, you walk, you took a step, you fail. Your parents put you in a walker, you bounced, your legs got stronger, you tried to walk again, you got a couple more steps, you failed, they put you back in a walker. The process kept going every day, over and over and over and over.
Well,
Before you knew it, you started walking. And that's because you kept doing it every day. And even if you couldn't step, you had this crutch called a walker that allowed your legs to move. You kept walking, but you had a crutch to lean on, and that's help. That's a coach. That's a mentor. Um, and we're scared to get them. We don't want to pay for them because we don't have a plan. But I'm telling you, if you just literally take baby steps, incremental mastery is everyone's superpower. You can do anything if when you go into it, you look at it and say, I don't know it. Like, just admit it to yourself, I don't know it. But every day for 1 hour, I'm going to try it. And I promise you, the same way that you learn to walk, you're going to learn how to do that. And before you know it, you're going to start running and jumping. And it's not even going to be a thought that you never knew how to walk. Like, you're running and jumping now. Walking was the smallest thing. And if you do this concept in 30 days, you can learn anything.
I love that. And it reminds me because I literally went through that process. When I got introduced to trading for the first year, I shut it down because I thought I would never get this. This looks way too complicated. And then literally one sentence changed it for me when someone said, it's not complicated, it's just new. You've never done it. That's why. That changed everything. It sounded so simple. I was like, why did I not think of that? And that literally changed that sentence changed everything for me. That's when I started to learn how to trade.
We learn so much as kids that we take it for granted.
Yeah.
If you sit down and think about all the words that you know, that's a lot of words.
Mm-hmm.
All the skills that you know how to do, that's a lot of skills. It's just you did it. So like if if I put this cell phone in front of you and you never use it, you're gonna be confused. But most people I put the cell phone in front of, they can whip it out the box and start doing it, not even thinking about it. Because they use this cell phone so much.
Yeah, it's in our subconscious mind. I always tell people the same thing, like as you said with the walking. That's a skill set, but people don't realize, don't think of it as a skill set. The same
Mm-hmm.
with talking, everything. So I definitely I agree with that. So
Oh yeah.
I love that. All right. Next one. What has been the greatest obstacle you've faced on your journey?
Myself. Um,
Ooh, I love that you give that answer. I'll tell you in a second why.
Yeah, my greatest obstacle was myself. It took me 2 years to get over myself. Um, Growing up as a black male in the environment that we're in, um, I see a lot of finger pointing,
Mm,
um, and it's like a constant thing. Even right now, I hate that they flipped the pandemic over to it's killing the minority population, the black population. Like, don't put that into our minds, okay?
yeah.
Because now all the conspiracy stuff comes into play, and it's just so much that we're back to pointing now. Like, if you didn't have us in poverty, we wouldn't get like, no. The pandemic came because we eat a lot of chicken, we drink a lot of Kool-Aid, we don't work out. Um, you know, we don't have a healthy lifestyle.
Mm,
That's why it's attacking us more than anybody else. We got to talk about our health
mm,
as a whole. And when we talk about our health, now we need to talk about our finances. Let's get into that stuff. So when I say the biggest obstacle was me, because I had that in my head,
yeah.
growing up all my life. So for 2 years, I had to fight this. Like, is it really a Republican Democrat thing? Like, did they really? And I'm not saying that there's not racism out here, that there's not stuff. It's just I can't control it. So why give it energy?
Mm,
Like, it's wasting my energy, which stops my mind from creating and bringing in that knowledge that I need. Because as long as I'm watching TV and what's going on, I'm not watching YouTube or I'm not listening to that podcast. I'm not reading that book. I'm putting information into this brain that it doesn't need.
mm,
Um, it's going to pull out emotions.
yeah.
Uh, it's going to put fear in me, and fear stops a lot of people from moving forward. So I had to remove all of that stuff and really retrain my mind. And that is a difficult thing to do. I mean,
Mm. It
extreme.
really is. It so is. I'm still working on it.
I, I,
And
I,
I love that you gave that answer because literally that question is the first time I asked it on this video because my mentor had a call today with Les Brown and he asked Les the exact same question and he said exactly the same thing.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He said himself.
it's a challenge. Everybody has. I don't care what level of, like, Jeff Bezos is struggling with himself. I'm always struggling with myself every day. It doesn't stop. Um,
Yeah, it's a constant battle.
and the only way to defeat it is a plan and goals.
Mm,
Like, those two things, I don't care what pops in my head to stop me. But if I don't have it on paper, I'll be defeated. But
yeah.
I gotta look at that paper. Anytime negative thoughts pop in my head or something's telling me like, yo, this is so messed up. Like,
Mm,
I can't believe this is going on. I gotta go look at this paper so it can put me back on track.
yeah. I feel you. I have my goals hanging on my wall. I have a picture of my dream apartment hanging all over my house. And I always say to myself, I am a source of positive energy. It's like it's a constant work in progress. So
Let me ask you, do you have a price tag on that dream apartment?
no, that's something I'm still working on.
I
But
would
I
tell
know it's a couple million. That I know.
I would advise you to not guess what the price is,
Mm-hmm.
know what the price is, and the minds are gonna get there.
Yeah.
Like, if you, so that's one strategy that I did, get moving when I wanted to really blow up. I'm like, I want a townhouse built because that's what my parents did. I thought that was the thing to do. And, I set the price down. And literally within 2 years, like, I got the money to build a townhouse. What I thought was going to take me 10 years.
Wow.
2 years, I knocked it out because I could see the number.
Mm.
And every day I woke up, I didn't care about anything else but that number.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I have that picture literally hanging everywhere. It's in my bathroom, it's in my hallway, it's in my bedroom, it's on my vision board, it's hanging there, it's everywhere. So I see it like every day.
Yeah, when you attach, I swear, when you attach that number to it, it's gonna change because now you're gonna be like, okay, well, I can create a $20 offer. I need to sell this that many times. I need to create this that sell that many
Mhm.
times. I can work and do this. Like you're gonna start crunching everything up and know what you got to do every day um, to
To be
lead you
there.
towards where you want to go.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. All right, the last one. Last question is also split in two parts. What's one advice you would give your younger self?
Advice that I would give my younger self. Uh, Create a budget early while I don't have debt. Uh, don't go to college if I got to pay for it because I don't want to create no more debt. And network as much as I can. That's definitely what I would give myself.
Okay.
We've been so confused with the the average person is $30,000-$40,000 in debt with college. Coming out of school, get
Crazy.
uh, a $40,000 job, but the um, interest for that loan is up at 11%, 12%, which the job that they got, it's almost impossible to pay back the loan.
Mm.
Um, and what are you going to do naturally? You're going to go get a car. You're going to go get a house. Like more debt just keeps piling up. So if I could tell myself anything, like never, ever, ever get into debt. Budget what you have now and live below your means to invest everything that you got. Because 10 years, you can be out. You don't have to do anything else ever in your life if you invest your income for 10 years with no debt.
I love that. I think you literally also answered the second part of that question. I was to ask you, the second one was, what's the one thing that didn't serve you well and you would have preferred to avoid it? Like something that maybe hindered you to get where you want to be sooner than it actually happened. So yeah.
Only thing, I mean, yeah,
After that,
I say student loan thing, but I would
yeah.
say the biggest thing that hindered me um is that damn chart. Uh, it's the damn chart that they gave. I never forget. A banker came to my high school and he gave out this damn job chart, and they were telling us to like live into the future, and we had to mark down the job that we wanted, the car that we wanted, the house that we wanted, and then they broke down like what utilities would cost. So we had like an idea of like how
Wow.
much our monthly expenses would be. So when I looked at this chart, computer engineer was the highest paid position on that chart. So I went to school for computer engineering. And I say that because that damn chart made me think like I have to get a job, like
They're
job,
really
job, job,
programming
job,
your mind
job.
in school. That's the proof right there. They're really programming your mind to become, like you go to school to become an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I've never
And
heard, they didn't do that over here, so I've never heard that.
yeah, they do it. They do it here. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, they brought another banker in, and he had that same sheet. And after he got done talking to my kids, I told him, "Don't listen to nothing that banker said." But
Wow.
he lied, and I told him, "Do you know that he was here today because his job sent him? Like, don't listen to what that banker is telling you. He's telling you because that's all he knows. Like, he doesn't know anything else." And I also advise, because I have a nonprofit, we teach kids, we teach them cybersecurity and different things so they can get into the workforce,
Mm.
a six-figure job at the workforce, and not have debt straight out of college. So you don't need to go to college. You can come out of high school, go get the job, 6 figures, cybersecurity is paying. But I teach them this information because I don't want them to go down that same rat hole, um, incorporating that debt and listening to the wrong people. And the ones that do go to college, my advice is always this to them is At any point that you are doubling or tripling your professor's income, you are allowed to quit school. Like, because your professor can only teach you how to make what he's making. Like, he does not know how to $2 million, $10 million. He only knows how to make $160,000 and wake up every day like they told him to.
They teach it, but obviously they don't really know it because they're not making it themselves.
And they're not implementing. You always have to implement things that you do. Stop learning about things, which is what school teaches us, to learn about it, and start learning from it. And the only way to learn from it is to do it. So any book that you read, any course that you take,
only apply
now
now
to implement it. Like that, the minute you learn it, go implement it.
Yeah.
And then implement it, and then implement it, and implement it, and implement it.
Yeah.
And you'll start running.
That's what I say. The first time I heard when someone says knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is power. That's a lot for me. I think that's super powerful. And you sharing that also shows, like, yes, you went through that, and you're now teaching it others. It just proves that our story is not for us; it's for others.
Mm-hmm.
It's for others to learn from. So I love that, and I love that you give back and like want others, to start off better than you did.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
It's more money if we can work together than to do things separately. So the faster I can get people to hit bigger price tags and understand that their value is worth more than $22 an hour, or $18 an hour. If I can get you to $1 million, 10 million, then we can go do some real investing. And I don't need the bank and these other people if I can put together a team of people who have the finances and we don't have debt. It changes the game.
I love that. Powerful. Man, that was really good. That was really good. Last thing I want to say, what do you think is the biggest takeaway you want people to take from this conversation?
The biggest takeaway from this conversation, I want you to understand that we are in a pandemic. Depending on when you hear this, but listen to everything that I said right here, because half the world is scrambling, confused, and in fear. A quarter of the other side of the world is just sitting in motion. And then there's a quarter of the world who's capitalizing at an entirely new level, because this is all new. Like, I say nobody has ever been in this situation before.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells you they know how to get out of this situation, they're liars. If they tell you they know anything about how to deal with this, they're liars. But you can create a plan, a strategic plan, and this is the best time to test it out. And all you're going to do is follow people who have been successful. Read their book. And this is the opportunity to try new things out. Understand your atmosphere, your environment that you're in. Like, I just put a guy on with government contracting. He has a cleaning business. And he was like, man, business is taking a hit. We lost some of our cleaning contracts. And my point to him was, stop thinking about what you don't have. Like, you can't control yourself losing that cleaning contract. But if you would not focus on that and understand what's going on, cleaning is about to take off. I went outside and I seen Costco had somebody cleaning carts outside. That's new to them. They've never, ever in their life de-sterilized carts outside of Costco. Like, this is an opportunity to present new things to people.
Yeah.
Show them that they need it. Right? Pull your statistical data and say, hey, this is why you got to do this. And they'll try it because it's new. They don't know. Nobody knows right now. So block yourself, okay? Because yourself is going to be the only thing that stops you from moving forward. So block yourself from fighting this and just try it. Like, whatever it is that comes to your mind, try it right now, today, because you can't wait till after the pandemic. You have to get in it right now. And if you can get out of this thing, if you can figure stuff out right now, once this thing lets up, you'll be the front runner. You'll be the leader, and you'll start to take off. And before you know it, your whole lifestyle will change, and you could talk about getting out of this situation.
That's true. I love it. Thank you so much. God,
Absolutely.
this was really good.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the reaching out too, and I'm glad that I could provide some input during these times. I hope you stay safe, and your family, as well as your listeners. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe, stay in the house,
Yes.
and let's defeat this thing so we can get our economy back up and running.
Yeah. Thank you again. I appreciate you so much. I got a lot of value from it. I just really highly appreciate it. I'm grateful for you. So thank you for taking out the time, and I'm excited for everybody to learn from, all the knowledge that you dropped.
Cool. I appreciate it. And I'll talk with you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk with you.
Bye.